Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Tier 1 RSF1. We are here in Asia, in China. One of my favorite tracks. Currently on my own at the moment. Mando is going to be joining me in shortly. I have 16 drivers here tonight, so looking forward to this. What Tier 1 can produce in terms of times, I would imagine that they would be in the 32s to mid 33s, I'd say. But we'll wait and see what they can do. Who's out? Looks like GKA is out first in the Red Bull on the medium tire. So obviously he wants to save some soft tires for the later stages. Just set my phone up. Alright, a couple of cars are out, Crazy Fish. GKA getting his tyres nice and warm, ready for this first flying lap. Right, here we go. DRS open up the main straight now. Using all his ERS there. Up to 100 and... Does he get to the 200 mark? Nope, not quite. 199. So this is a section I find you just have to literally just trail brake it into the corner and just get on the power nicely out of it. Traction. Obviously he's going to be purple first sector as he's the first driver through it, and yeah, so go on board with him. Let's see what his driving style's like. Sector 2 is the key part of this track, I do find, where you can make the most time on this track. I think the track's got slightly easier now compared to yesteryear, especially with the final corner. I think the final corner used to be very tricky, but now it just seems to be a lot easier. He's got DRS wide open there. He's got about 33% DRS left, so into the final corner now. What is he going to set? Okay, he doesn't want to invalidate the last corner yet. Let's see the inside curve there, just about holds it up to the line. It's a 34.5 on a medium tyre. Where was Crazy Fish? Crazy Fish now on his lap. Williams. He should be able to beat that medium time there of JKA. Just GKA, sorry. Well, only just about 34.1. So snow shows doing now. Seems to be about the time. I mean, 34.1 I mean, how you doing, Alonso? Having a good evening? Right, so 47-1 there from no shows. Right. I don't know if this is a new guy or not. I think he is. Drastic Blaze. Is he on an out that or? Yeah. So rather slower lap there from him. So obviously made a mistake somewhere. So pretty much everyone's in the pits at the moment. Muddy Biscuits with a 34.3. These times, I don't know. They don't seem to be setting the world on fire. I mean, I was expecting, 32s and 33s. But, yeah, just taking it easy on the first couple of laps. Or maybe I'm expecting too much. Yeah, Tier 1 have definitely been showing up lately in terms of entertainment wise, I find. Alonso, how you doing, Thor? Nice to see you there in the chat as well. I'm Matty. Right, so let's see. Got Hudson's coming out on a medium tyre as well. So obviously they're thinking about the latter part of qualifying, really. I would have thought. Where's Corey Marshall? Corey Marshall is about to start his lap, so stay on board with him. Ferrari been struggling with late in terms of all of the tiers. They started the season pretty well and then seem to have faded lately. Like I say, I thought they were going to be like a genuine challenge to McLaren this year. But he's gone purple for his sector, Corey Marshall. He's normally one of the top guys in qualifying. But when we see Haas has spun off there, I think there's a few spins early on, but we haven't caught them on the stream yet. Judging by some of the times that were set earlier. Yeah, because a lot of these drivers would be using no traction and no ABS, so I mean they do tend to spin a lot more than what other drivers do because of that reason. Mercedes is nicely out of the way there, but using Mercedes today, no shows, so right, just coming around the final bend now. What can he do on the medium tyre here? It's a 33.9 pole position on a medium tyre. Does that tell you a story there about this track in terms of tyre wear? But the medium tyre can hold out over a lap better than a soft tyre. Interesting. Yeah. How you doing, Timmer? So when you're coming back to RSF1, right? You know I was going to ask her. Right, so medium tyre it is. Easty now, surely this guy is going to get into the 33s. No, he is one of the fastest drivers in Tier 1 in terms of TG qualifying. Another guy that we've got to be looking out for will be is Wilson not driving, is he? Tonight. He's marked down as driving, so I don't know, I can't see his name there, but that would have been an interesting fight tonight for pole position. That guy last week was absolutely on fire. That's his joy in, right? But this guy will be the one to look out for here today in the Alfa Romeo Eastie. Around the final couple of corners now. Let's see what he can do. I'm going to imagine he will get into the 33s. Be very shocked if he doesn't.
Hello everyone, it's XDG Mando here. Sorry I'm a bit late. I had to do some stuff before joining the comms, but how are we all today?
He does get further than that. A 32.6 there from Eastie. I did say that they could get into the 32s today. I thought some of these times were a little bit slow, but he's knocked it out of the park there. 1.3 almost clear of Corey Marshall.
Did I miss anything, Stars, at all?
I think there's been a few spins on people who are doing their laps, but I haven't seen them on the stream. But because I think Sector 2 can cause a lot of spins if you catch the inside curve there, especially if you're watching on the stream now. Yeah. So, but the times have not been overly impressive, I would say, for Tier 1 at the moment, but until that time came off.
No, everyone's still warming up.
Must be.
See, me and you are doing about the same time as Corey on TTs. But when we get into the race, we're probably looking at about the high 35s, so no shows.
Don't tell him that.
So Corey's out on the mediums. Hudson's out on the mediums.
Right, Vettel. Easton has made a mistake somewhere. Quirky's coming around the final couple of corners and a touch of wheel spin there.
Yeah, so as I was saying, we got Hardy on mediums, Corey on mediums, and GKA on mediums. Oh, and Hudson, who's in the pits.
And Patel is on an out lap.
I think Corey will be coming in. He's low on ERS.
Pigeons going round again. He's on 2 old tyres now though, so you're going to struggle to get a good time, yeah.
As Corey's coming in.
Oh, Brett didn't take that too well. A little bit wide. Let's see how he does sector 2. Is he going to take this corner flat? Took it in 7th. Yeah. This is, like I said earlier, this is a sector where you make up all the time. few really good in sector 2, like he just done there, a purple sector. He went a little bit deep there into the corner, missed the braking zone a little bit, and he's coming around onto this big long straight now. You've got to get the traction down early. So you can carry the speed. Where's he going? He's braked a little bit early there, I thought, but just to make the corner nicely, I suppose. But he's coming around the final few corners now. This should be there or thereabouts, I would say, off the purple middle sector.
Legends is coming in. He almost hit the barrier on the inside of the pit lane.
55 there from Predouts. Patel now. What's he doing? Trying to get that toe off the Haas. Will Patel be going for pole here today in the Alpine? He's got a lot to live up to after last week. The reserve who came in absolutely knocked it out of the park. And he comes across the line and he sets 1:33.6, goes 5th fastest there from Vettel. Right, Muddy Biscuit, what is he doing? He's currently in 11th place on the grid with a 34.3, so he won't be happy with that one, I don't think. Quirky has retired. He's obviously happy with his time. I have to look at what Quirky setup is later.
Who are you voting on to win tonight?
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this division is 4.
No, this is Div 1.
I know you could say some of the times don't look amazing, like, but I guarantee you, once we get on the track, I think we'll be doing a lot slower. TT is a whole different world to actually doing it in qualifying.
Well, anyway, my money's on. I know this sounds a bit biased, but it's got to be Easton. Easton seems to be reliable on track.
But he
keeps
improves
it
his
nice
time.
and tidy. Pick up very little in penalties, and yeah, we'll just have to see where he goes from there. But yeah, my money's on Easton. What about yours, Stars?
Well, that's a cracking time there from Musical Rocket. 32.8, the only other guy into the 32s. So at the moment, GKA here is on the cusp of going out, but no, he's going to stay in because No Shows has finished his lap. So yeah, he gets through, and that is a better time there from him. He improved, but did he use an extra set of tyres there? Although I think he did use the mediums for this run, so. So that is the end of qualifying. He's not doing all that.
Yeah, Stars. This isn't Div 4; it's Div 1.
Oh fuck! It hasn't changed it again. I can't change it now anyway. I don't think.
Yeah, you can while you're in the middle of the stream. So, right, everyone, so we'll be losing Easton, No Shows, Legends. No, sorry, Legends is through, so we'll be losing Easton and No Shows. From qualifying.
Easton? What happened to Easton?
Don't know. Let me get the race director up.
Did he crash out?
Easton, terminal damage, yeah, crashed out.
Oh no. Apparently Wilson is joining afterwards. Must have been late.
I think we have a glitch. Because Blaze is apparently on an outlap and in the pits at the same time.
I don't know. The end of qualifying now. Have people moved on to the next part?
Yeah, so we're losing Eastern and no shows from Quali. Sad to see Eastern there.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Well, he's my pick to win the race, so
well,
I hope he can do me proud.
Well, he'll do well from the back.
Well, he might do, because that first turn can be a bit of a struggle, especially with people that, obviously might get the overspeed or whatever, or trying to go down the inside.
Well, you see
so we just have to see what happens.
No shows and Eastern are out of qualifying. So there you have it. The two top guys there, Easty and Musical Rocket. Looks like these two.
Thanks Vettel for redeeming F in chat and no cursing. Oh. So who are you expecting to lose in Q2?
I don't know. I couldn't honestly say. I mean, anyone near the bottom from last, I'd say, would be.
I'm going to go out on a limb. I'm going to say.
I think I could lose Muddy, maybe. Possibly Crazy Fish.
I'm going to say Pre-Doubts. No particular order this is. So Pre-Doubts, Legends,
definitely.
GKA. Probably Blaze. And Muddy. That's in no particular order. As we
looking at the comments earlier.
5 go out.
Yeah, Timo, you be there with me, mate.
As we see Rocket, Easty, Biscuit, Blaze, Vettel, Hudson, Pre-Doubts, Crazy Fish, Quirky and GKA all out on track. Yeah, Dano, orphan for the win. Well, we'll just have to see on Tuesday, won't we?
Dano for F3.
Dano for F1.
Right, everyone's piling out the pits right now. That is strange. Everyone's piled out at the same time. Is it? The last time that happened, last week, it was because of rain forecast.
That was the first one out on track, by the way.
Forecast. Right, so.
And then it's GKA.
Let's find Bell. LP in a Bell. So is there rain coming? Or is it just everyone wants to get out there and set a lap at the same time?
Well, this track is known for rain. So we could have rain, or everyone's just thought, no, we'll go out at the same time. But normally when every driver goes out, they have rain. So
yeah, you finished above me in the standings, if you remember. Oh, Vettel's messed up his lap. So
Yeah, he spun.
who's next in
There's
line?
GKA.
Right, we follow GKA.
And then Blaze. I'm on board with Blaze in the Haas. Cuts the corner a little bit there, but nothing too major. Catches a bit of curb going through the stadium section, coming out of the fast right-hander. Oh, long right-hander onto the straight. Nicely done. Hits the DRS.
So Red Bull's going to be the first one to set a lap here in Q2. See, Timmer seems to forget that you finished above me in the standings.
GKA 34.4. Not the quickest we've seen.
No.
34.7 from Blaze.
What's Musical Rocket doing?
33.5 for Easty.
Slow one from Easty, probably using old tyres.
A 35.0 for Muddy and a 33.7 for Musical.
Yeah. They probably use older tyres.
34.5 for Quirky.
32 there.
A 32.7 pre-doubts.
There
goes my predictions.
Yeah, I thought that was a bit of a silly one because he was quite far up in at the top in Q3.
Well, like I said, I was going out on a limb.
Predouts, so far it's the quickest. He must have been on fresh tyres. So Legends has messed up his lap somehow. So he's going round again. Can you offer him out? Kuno Rice, who the hell is that?
As we go on board with Crazy Fish, see what he's doing. He is coming in. Alright, so we go on board with the AlphaTauri of Hardy going through Sector 2. Now, he's just purpled Sector 1. Right, does he bin it here?
Hardy.
He comes off the power. Not too bad. Keeps it nice and tidy though. Keeps it away from the curbs. Oh, we have a spinner Sector 2.
I think it's Legends.
He spun just outside the stadium section.
Yeah. Like I say,
Must have caught the curb.
I think Legends is definitely trying something with his
204 miles an hour before he hits the braking Hardy, down to the hairpin more or less. Last corner, edges it nicely, keeps it in bounds, and across the line, a 32.3.
That is, I think, the fastest time of the day.
It is. No, Dano, you're definitely F4.
I think you're going to miss us for a long time, Dano, because I think you'll stay in F4 for a while.
Add some concrete weights to your car and then come back, maybe.
Go slower. Go as slow as us in F5.
Vettel is out on a set of mediums.
Well, he's definitely risking it for a biscuit on mediums.
He's just gone into sector 2.
And the thing is, how much time is left? 7 minutes. So if he does want to come back in for his fresh sauce, he's going to be pushing for
Mostly
time.
done through sector 2. Nice corner of it. This is the timing thing. He's doing okay for time.
Medium tie's not too
sure
bad
where it's
around
going to
here.
put him though.
On a lap.
Let's see what speed he can do down the straight.
It's amazing though how they could do a medium tire time that's faster than my soft time.
He's got a straight line speed set up. He hit 207 down the straight before braking. That's quick.
Or had a bit of a twitch there coming out of the exit, but he's coming around the final. Oh, he validates the last corner.
No,
What would he have done?
just missed it.
What time?
It looked like a 34.4.
Oh,
So you can get some ERS and then come back at it.
yeah, you're right
Let's
there.
see what Marshall
Alonso.
can do.
On this game, it seems to be a lot closer, I find.
So according to the game, Corey Marshall just purpled sector 1. He's getting a nice toe off the Alpine in front. Shame it's not on the straight though. He's getting a toe off the Alpine and the Red Bull, is it? Alpine lets him go. Wasn't worth getting the toe there.
Yeah.
Just slowed yourself down. Oh, Corey Marshall's got even more speed. He hit 210 at the end of the last straight.
Low downforce set for the Ferrari.
Yeah,
33
as he
flat.
does a 33 flat.
Not bad there from Corey.
So I've got 4 of mine right so far.
I can't see Vettel sitting in the pits.
No, he'll come out.
I think Modesta Maggie is on a lap as well because he's on the cusp at the moment of going out with other drivers below him on similar times.
Look at the time difference between 10th and 11th. It's so close.
2 thousandths of a second.
These bottom 5 drivers from 11 to 15th have got to push now.
You would feel that that time by Monster Maggie earlier was on an old set of tyres.
I'm on
So-
board with Blaze in the house. Coming down the straight.
Monster Maggie coming up to the line. What could he do? He does need to improve to make sure that he gets through. And he comes up to the line, and he does by going 7/10ths quicker. There from Monster Maggie.
Right, let's see what Blaze can do coming up to the first corner. Takes a bit of a curb on the inside.
We got Quirky now
Drops
in
it down to
danger.
second gear. Puts
Quirky.
it back up to 4th. Takes it nicely through there. Puts the power down nicely as well. The Aston lets him through.
Oh, there's a crash in sector 3, is it?
No.
Oh, yellow.
Hardy and Predoubt's retiring in pits. Don't hit the curb on the inside. Oh, lost. He had to take a little bit of a correction there. It's a little bit of the curb. The car just unsettled a little bit going over that curb as we enter the stadium section. Puts the car in the middle of the track for the best traction, and as we go down the long straight, that's with another low downforce setup.
208 there.
Yep. As we come up to the penultimate corner, can he keep it in bounds? Yes, just about.
On the limit there.
Yeah, and goes 8th with that time.
Well, that knocks Quirky out. So Quirky is 2/10 up on his time. He's going to need to find a lot more than that if he's going to go through.
Oh yeah, a lot more.
He needs to find 6/10 to go through. So he's using all of the slipstream there you can use. Hopefully that car will get out of the way. He does. Yep, Tauri gets out of the way nicely.
Struggled a bit with the gearing there. Oh, nearly spun it.
Twitched it, he's pushing everything now. And it is enough. It's a 33-2 there from Quirky. That knocks JK down. So I keep saying J. GK. So he's on the limit.
GKA on the lap.
Pigeon Munch is on the lap as well. He's 5/10 up on his time.
You have to keep an eye on Vettel and see what he can do.
That's his Vettel.
Vettel's in sector 1.
Sector 3. Pigeon Munch is coming up to the line now. He needs to find some time here to beat Drastic Blaze.
Gets on the power nice and early as Vettel.
And he does get through there. So that knocks. And Vettel gets through as well. At the very end.
Which drops Crazy Fish out. So we have lost Crazy Fish. And Monster Maggie and Legends.
My prediction, Muddy Biscuit managed to get through in the end.
What can GKA do as he comes around the last corner? Keeps
Hudson.
it nice and tidy.
A spun.
GKA goes 6th, knocking Hudson into the elimination zone. Hudson is not improving, so we have lost Hudson.
Yep, he spun.
So there it is then.
Sector 3. Pushing as
So
hard as
your
he can.
drivers going out are Hudson, Crazy Fish, Blaze, Maggie, and Legends. Your drivers going through from 10th to 1st is Pigeon Munch, Muddy Biscuit, Vettel, Quirky Turtle, GKA, Marshall, Rocket, Predoubts, Easty, and Hardy. Do you think Hardy can come back and still get pole position to start this race on?
I still think Easty's got more time in him.
It's definitely going to be close between those two.
Yeah. Don't rule out Musical Rocket, I'm telling you. I mean, Predoubts pulled off an amazing time there as well. But top 4 there looking very, very fast. And I'm just gutted, really, that Wilson wasn't there, really. Because I'd love to have seen what he could have done. But it's going to be an interesting Q3.
Unfortunately, not Dano. It doesn't work like that. You can't just use 3/4 of a throttle to come down a league.
Will we finally see Musical Rocket on the podium this season? That would be amazing, I have to say.
Can he rocket round this track?
After his problems in Abu Dhabi, I'd love to see that.
Well, can he actually rocket round this track, or is he going to end up like the
he's
British
definitely looking like
spaceship
he's got the
that we were
pace.
supposed to launch?
Yeah, he's definitely looking like he's got the pace here today to be on the podium.
Yeah, I'm not ruling out anyone who finished 1 to 4th in that. I still think that Hardy will get it, but it's close between Hardy and Easty. So I'm going to go with Hardy
Hardy's
on this one.
racing very well lately.
Yes, he has.
He's definitely an outside chance for the championship. You know, to be honest with you, the championship this year without Ron Beeford is wide open. Honest to God, it is definitely wide open. Anyone could win it this year, I think. Really, if they get a good couple of races together. I mean, you can't rule out Easton as well, despite his bad qualifying here today. In terms of the championship. But it is wide open. Oh, currently Hudson is started well. He has sort of faded the last couple of races, but I'm sure he'll come back strong. Maybe here
At the
today.
minute on the constructors, you have AlphaTauri in front of Ferrari by 15 points. So it could be more points here on the cards for Alpha.
So who have we got first?
Actually, no, sorry, my bad.
So we're on board with Matthew O'Hardy, we know him as.
AlphaTauri are 47 points in front of McLaren. I was looking at an old post.
This is the time now where the money is made, as they say. Q3, low fuel,
After
fresh tyres.
Why is my Discord only just updating now? Apparently, they're only 19 points above McLaren. Sorry for the confusion there, but Discord's been stupid as normal.
Oh, he clipped the inside curb there, O'Hardy. He just tried to take too much of that corner, and it's going to cost him so much time there through sector 2. And he spun it! He's trying to take too much curb there on all the corners, and has spun it. So that his first run there from Matthew, not good. It looked as though he just, once he got that first corner wrong, it put him off for the next one, I feel. And Patel's gone round as well. So we'll stay on board with Pigeon Munch, who will be the first guy to settle that.
Quirky Turtle is on an outlap. I'm going to stay on board with him.
Yeah, if you stay on board with Quirky,
Have we got another spinner?
yeah, Vettel.
No, Easty.
Easty span.
Yeah.
So they're all pushing it too hard. There's Musical Rocket coming out to the line now. 33.5 from Pigeon Munch. 32.9 there from Rocket. Not the fastest he's gone, but at the moment it's going to be the quickest.
We've got a purple sector 1 for Quirky.
Predux has gone into the pits. All of these guys here all messed their laps up.
Just missed the curb on the inside of sector 2.
Easty's gone purple.
Don't want to be touching that curb.
Did he spin, Easty?
Yeah.
So this lap's not going to be a representative lap.
He spun coming around the first corner
Yeah, he's backing off.
into sector 2.
Well, stay on board with Kirky. Kirky's gone purple middle sector.
Gone purple sector 1 and sector 2.
Oof, looking a good lap here.
So he could be in for a quick time.
Come on, Quirky.
He's not going as fast as some of the other people down the straight. Only hitting 202.
Doesn't need to. As long as he's faster in sector 1 and 2, he can make it up there.
Takes it a bit wide.
He's really pushing the limits there. That looked at invalidation. 33.3 from Quirky. Not the fastest time, but a good lap there from Quirky. Solid lap.
That straight really hurt him.
Well, Matthew now is straight out from the box. He's not happy with that first run. He knows that he's got a chance here in this race to get a victory and pole. Just needs to hook it up. Cut out the mistakes in sector 2 that he made. He also got Easty as well. Well, currently Alonso Rocket is on pole position, so I'm not sure that will be pole position, mind you. If Matthew and Easty could set up a representative time, or musical Rocket for that matter. I mean, I know musical could probably go faster than that.
I'm on board with Hardy.
Yeah, same. And Easty.
32.5. He just blitzed Rocket's time.
Yeah, that was no. I didn't know he was on a lap, if I'm honest.
See you later, Rocket.
He must have gone around again.
Yeah.
So that's on 2 lap old tyres he's done that. Shows the pace he's got. But here's another guy who will stay on board with Matthew. Can he beat that time? He has beaten that time in Q2. But what can he do in Q3? Can anyone get into the 31s? That would be unbelievable.
Purple sector 1 for Hardy. Keeps his foot in.
It's the sector he messed up before. He's doing it very nicely so far. Hooking it up really nice.
Oh, just keeps it in bounds.
Yeah, they're pushing the limits. They got to.
Packs the curve nicely. Had to lift off a little bit there. Not a problem, though. Keeps it nice and tidy out on the exit as he opens the DRS.
Right, he's coming round.
204 down the straight. It's not the slowest we've seen.
High downforce setup on the AlphaTauri. Going around the final corner now. And this
Just
will
keeps
be
it in.
A little bit wide there, but just keeps it in.
32.4.
It's 10th quicker than Easty, but you've got to feel Easty has got more pace in that. If he's got another fresh set of tyres, Easty, and he set that on old tyres, let's just say a lap older, he's got pace in it.
That'll do.
Vettel currently behind his teammate because he hasn't set a lap. Predouts a 32.3, a 10th quicker than Matt. Cool. So the guy you predicted as getting knocked out is now currently sitting on pole position.
Yeah.
But Vettel,
$207 before he had to brake. Nicely done through there. Short shifting though, a little bit.
right. Fifth
There he goes,
fastest
fifth.
Vettel. Victory flat. So obviously
So we've got both Alpines sitting in 4th and 5th.
Yep. GK on a lap as well. He's in sector 2. And a 33.9 first lap. So obviously room for improvement. He'll be coming into the timing beam in a minute. Let's see if he's up on his time. He is up on his time by 7, nearly 8 tenths there.
GKA purple sector 2.
Yeah. Aboard him now.
What can he do?
Coming back down this big long straight. What can he hit? Can he get into the 203? So he's not hitting the
205.
high. Just about. Come around the final bend, and he sets a 1:33.1. So he only made one position there, I think. But it all counts. Quirky is on an out lap. Pitch and Munch coming around the final few corners now. Is he on a lap? I believe he's on an out lap. The timing beam there is saying 4 minutes 55. So
here he goes on his lap. What can he do?
right, Muddy coming up to the line. What's he doing? Is he improving?
Nice and tidy through turns 1 and 2.
He does improve.
3.
Knocks Pitch and Munch out. Pitch and Munch is 2 tenths up on his time.
Nicely done through turn 4. Right.
Matthew's given up.
This is the dodgy bit, sector 2.
Here's the guy we want to watch, Easty. He's the only man now that can challenge Predouts.
Nicely done through there.
Or Musical Rocket.
Nice and clean and tidy.
Easty is further along.
He's 8 tenths up on his time.
What, Easty?
No, Pigeon. As we come down the straight.
Right, Easty coming up to the line now. The only guy along Musical Rocket probably who could challenge Predouts for the pole position.
He's running a high downforce setup. 202.
Going up to the line. And he does do it by the smallest of margins. 100th of a second there for Easty. Gets pole position. What is Musical Rocket doing? It's improved by 3 tenths, but it won't be enough. Pitch and Munch improves. Comes up to the line, Musical Rocket, and goes third fastest with a 32.3. So close, the top 3. Look at that. Even the top 4. A tenth between the top 4. A tenth.
We might get quicker cars yet. Vettel's improving by a 1.5. As Marshall goes into third.
Marshall 32.3. They're all hitting 32.3s. And Vettel spins on the last corner. What is Quirky doing? Quirky's not doing all that.
He's on an out lap.
Yeah, he's done. Well, that is the end of qualified. Look at that, though. That has got to be the most closest qualified we've had in a long while. That's what
it was a nice donut though, coming out the last corner.
That's what I tell you about Tier 1. Tier 1 is the place to be. Tier 1, top, what, 5, is it?
So here we go, your drivers.
Top 5,
starting the
by
grid from 10th to 1st. We have Quirky Turtle in 10th, Muddy Biscuit in 9th, GKA in 8th, Vettel in 7th, Mr. Pigeon Munch in 6th, Hardy in fifth, Musical Rocket in fourth. In third, we have Marshall, and joining Easty on the front row in second place is Predoubts, and Easty is your pole sitter for the start of the race.
Well,
is it going to be dry? Is it going to be wet?
It's anybody's at the front, I tell you that. That's what I'm going to say. Then you've got Easton at the back, who could pull up a few surprises, as well as Wilson at the back. So this is going to be an interesting race here
Oh, it's
today.
cloudy. It's cloudy. We might see some rain.
Definitely looks a little bit cloudy, yeah.
We might see some rain. This might spice things up a bit.
Bit of rain at the end of the race.
Vito says I'll put up a surprise. First to crash.
What a qualifying free that was, though. Top 5 separated, as you say, by a tenth of a second. You cannot get better than that.
Well, Vettel, if you do crash, we'll invite you into the com box and ask what happened. If we don't see it. I'm the only one that does that because I love doing that. Gives a bit of extra commentary to the viewers that might have missed your crash.
I used to do it in the past, but a lot of drivers don't want to do it mid-race.
No, if they don't want to do it, they don't want to do it. I just
Or if they crash out, they so peeved off like that they don't want to talk to anyone.
I just do it because it's nice to hear a reaction from
I'm feeling alright about
some
China.
people.
I do like the track. Unlike last week, a track that I didn't like, Imola.
At the minute, James, I don't know what I feel like about China. I have not tested the setup that I have in a GP mode yet, so I'll have to do something tomorrow just to see how I feel.
No, I honestly do like
I've
the
got two
track.
different setups.
It's a track that not a lot of people do like, but yeah, I'm feeling all right for it. I've got a half decent setup, I think. What about you, James? How are you feeling about China?
As we're just waiting on the lobby host to give us a signal that he is ready to start this race that we're all sitting in. And he has started, so on goes the 30-second countdown timer. Oh, I need a drink now. Timo, why did you come out with that? So there is your predicted strategy. So you can go to mediums to hards or hards to mediums for a one-stop race. So going from the top to the bottom of the grid.
From the back. We'll start at the back.
Well, I'm starting at the top because I want to be different. Starting at the top, we've got Easty, and joining him on the front row, we have Predoubts. On the second row, we have Corey Marshall and Musical Rocket. On the third row, we have Hardy and Pigeon Munch. They're both starting on the hard tyre. Interesting choice there. On the fourth row, we have Vettel and GKA. On the fifth row, we have Muddy Biscuit and Quirky Turtle. On the sixth row, we have Hudson starting on the hard tyre and Crazy Fish. On the seventh row, I believe that is, we have Blaze and Monster Maggie. On the ninth row, we have Legends in 15th starting on the hard tyre. Next to him, we have No Shows. And our last two drivers, starting at the back, is Easton, who crashed out in Q1, followed by a late joiner who's just joined in for the race, Wilson. So we'll have to see how that goes and whether they can keep it all nice and clean going into the first couple of corners. So who's your pick to win this race? Start.
I'm going with I'm going to go with an outside bet of Musical Rocket.
Oh, Azizi has missed his box.
So we're about to get underway here.
Easty started on the hards as well.
Go for a long run into this race.
As Legends and Crazy Fish have missed their box as well.
Here we go. 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, and it's go in China. Not a great start there from Easty on the hard tyre. He's dropped down into third. So going
he bogged it down
in.
Off the start, and he was not in a good spot. We got an incident. No Shows and Monster Maggie. I'm not sure if they hit each other.
Looking at the back there, I can't see no spins there, but
yeah, they hit each other. No Shows, front wing damage.
Oh, Easton there trying to make the move on the Alfa Romeo early on.
Pigeon and Hardy are battling side by side.
Easton up to 14th already.
Marshall and Corey. Oh no!
He's gone wide.
And Hardy hit each other.
Oh, spinner there. It's Quirky.
No, Quirky.
Just seen it in the background there. He came out of the corner and just lost it. You see No Shows there. Being under pressure there from Monster Maggie early on. Monster Maggie, I think, spun it. As we're seeing there at the back there. Very
it's
wide.
Hardy on Pigeon Munch.
Fish.
As he goes down the inside of Pigeon Munch. He's got the speed on him though. Can he keep it into the corner? Yes, he does. Keeps it all nicely. That move is done. Vettel takes Pigeon Munch as well. What's happened to Pigeon?
Yeah. He's gone wide there, but I think he's going to get the better run, is he?
He sort of has to give the position.
Oh, look at that!
Anyway.
Is right on the gearbox. Hudson there. He's literally pushing. He was pushing him there, and it caused the accident there. Saw the Red Bull there of JK spin, and no, the two Red Bulls hit each other.
JK is out. Safety car, or is it a VSC?
Two Red Bulls collected each other because the Red Bull of that one caught by Corey Marshall, and he was stuck on the grid. 5-second penalty
for Easton, ignoring yellow flags.
Stuck in a position there. Next thing, the other Red Bull comes around the corner, hits his wheel, knocks it off. A disastrous start for the Red Bulls, and now he's got no front wing.
It.
And it is not a full safety car.
No, just a VSC.
I'm surprised at that. But Musical Rocket, like I was saying earlier, my prediction, is leading this race in the Alpine.
Apparently, yeah, we've gone racing again. It's gone green.
So we're back racing again. Oh, Easton, did he get a drive-through penalty yet?
No, he got a 5-second penalty for ignoring yellows.
He'll clear that in the pits. Well, the Red Bull there coming into the pits for a new front wing. He must be
Wilson's in as well.
New front wing as well.
So is IGN. And Marshall.
Yeah, they were all collected in that incident, I think. You see Easty there, really struggling to get these hard tyres up and running. I think it was a bit of a strange call to go on the hards. I know he's going to get the benefit of the mediums later, but we'll see if it pays off for him.
Let's look at the biscuit pigeon battle. Got another yellow. We've got another spinner. I believe that's IGN. Yeah, IGN spun it.
Just to come out of the pits as well. You see the Ferrari trying to make the move there, Muddy Biscuit, but couldn't quite get the move done.
Readouts now taking the fastest time in a Haas of all cars.
This little train here, headed by Hudson. Tell up there in 5th place. He's making moves. He's looking to try and get the move done on O'Hardy, who is also on the hard tire. He's being held up by Easty, who's on the hard tire as well. That's what I was saying about Easty. Why he wasn't my prediction for the win here today. He is very, very fast over one lap, but I do find that he does struggle with race pace.
Well, what didn't help him as well is missing his grid slot.
Yeah.
Oh no, we got another spinner.
Who is it?
Blaze. Coming out of the last turn of Sector 2. Spun it.
He's back up and racing again, so hopefully he'll just ease himself back into the...
As Hardy goes down the inside of Easty. Gets it stopped for the corner. Nicely done.
Yeah, Easty is really struggling on these hard tyres.
And Hardy catch the back of Predouts.
Looks like Patel's making the move. Gets the move done into turn 1 there, easily.
Oh, we got another spinner. No shows.
Yeah. Patel, no. It's looking good for the Alpines here today. 1st and 4th.
I think I'm bored with the Ferrari. This Ferrari should be able to catch the Aston on the straight because it has such good straight line speed today. The Aston should be able to pull away from it in the corners. We got slow car. Oh, no shows is DNF'd.
In the pits.
Yep.
So he's had enough of today. This little train here of is...
Can Muddy catch Pigeon? Got DRS wide open. He's using the RS. He goes down the inside. Can he get the move stuck? Oh, it's close. They give each other enough room, no?
But he can't just get that
No.
move done at the moment.
He needs to get that move done.
He's setting him up for turn 1 here. He's just being hampered with the fact that
Just not quick enough. As Easton takes crazy fish.
the fact that he's getting DRS assistance in front, pretty much.
Yeah, it doesn't help.
These two are a bit of a blocker at the moment, Hudson and Pigeon Munch, of the medium runners.
As Predoubts is catching Rocket.
Yeah. He's got a bit wide there. Otherwise, he would have been into the back of him. He's definitely got some pace there, and that has Predoubts to win this race. They know that they've got to try and get away from Matthew, who's in 3rd place. Matthew is definitely showing a lot of pace here today. One of my favourites here today. Get the victory.
Easton is now getting onto the back of Biscuit. So there's 6 cars in this fight from Hudson to Quirky.
Musical Rocket must be thinking in his head about the victory here today now.
Yeah, 6
But
cars.
he is struggling to keep Predoubts behind now. You can tell he's trying to have to take defensive lines now into corners, which doesn't help you with
As Marshall takes Wilson. Yellow sector 3. Wilson. He stopped in the middle of the track.
not having the week, not having a. Looks like Predoubts almost lost it there, and he's almost lost it again. Struggling there, possibly with a bit of dirty air there, maybe. As Wilson retires, not having the best of races this race. I mean, he absolutely dominated last week, and then unfortunate for him today starting at the back.
Not a good night for the Mercedes team, unfortunately.
Well, that mistake there by Predoubts has given Musical Rocket a little bit of breathing room. Possibly Predoubts is struggling a little bit now with tyre wear, possibly, I don't know. But
Easton takes Muddy. Can Easton close this gap up?
can Muddy come back at him? Late on the brakes. No.
There's a 5-second gap between Pigeon and Easty.
Yeah, the tyres definitely seem to be the medium runners anyway.
We do with some rain to cool those tyre temperatures down.
Yeah. Predoubts is, I mean, he was all over the back of Musical Rocket, but suddenly he's really struggling with tyre wear. Because at the moment, Matthew is catching him at a rate of knots. In fact, he's setting him up for a move here. The medium tyres are definitely dropping off faster than we expected. 8 laps in.
Hardy takes Predoubts.
And he's got Vettel for
Easty's
company.
right on the back of Vettel. Pigeon takes Hudson.
This could be the key thing tomorrow about tyre wear.
Yeah.
Okay. I know throughout the whole week, really.
I'm actually hoping for a wet race tomorrow. Sorry, not tomorrow, Tuesday. As Vettel takes Predouts. Predouts is definitely struggling on these mediums now.
Yeah. He must have burnt them so hard pushing Musical Rocket. He is.
He must have absolutely cremated those tyres.
I mean, let's go on board with him. I mean, if we look at the tyres there, I mean, can't really tell much from it. But he's definitely struggling now. Because he was all over the back of Musical. Musical out in front. He must be loving it at the moment. Open track out ahead of him.
I bet you do, Timmer. And Timmer's saying he loves a good moist race.
Yeah, Timmer was famous for being good in the rain.
Oh, yellow sector 1. Spinner, Legends.
I think Patel spun then. I don't know. No. Patel into the pits.
Patel's in the pits.
It's a bit early. Lap 9. Tyres must have fallen off big time.
Even Easton doesn't seem to be catching the front.
I mean, Muddy there, down in 7th place on the medium tyre. Normally pretty good on tyre wear, Muddy.
Nearest battle at the minute is Easty.
Look at that though. Easton from the back is up to P5 without even taking the second thought. And only, what, 10 or so seconds behind the leaders.
What, you mean like me, Timmer, in the last race I had? Making dry tyres work in wet conditions. And
Musical Rocket still going round.
Get Easty. No, Predouts is in the pits. That moves Easton up into 4th.
But look at that though, Pigeon Munch is definitely looking pacey in the Aston Martin. He's definitely keeping Easton busy at the moment, Pigeon Munch. Of course, Easton has had to fight his way through that field. So obviously his tyres won't be as good as probably Pigeon's. But Musical Rocket is just about holding on to this lead. He's a second ahead of Matthew now, who's closing in fast.
If it finishes like this, Easton will be finishing in 9th place. Because he's got that 5-second penalty.
Yeah, but he'll get that cleared in the pits.
Yeah, I'm just saying if it finishes as it is now.
You just have to make it up near the end.
Pigeon is on the back of Easton. He goes down the side. Easton lets him go through.
Into the pits comes Musical Rocket now. Where will he come out? Doesn't want to get a 5-second penalty. Should come in now. Get some fresh tyres on. As Pigeon Munch has got Easton. Yeah, I did say Pigeon Munch was looking pacey, but
Vettel
is
3-second
Easton going to
penalty
use
for corner
him
cutting.
as a DRS train?
Hardy and Easty up front now.
Well, Easty, he's having a better race than last race. And he's sometimes struggled with race pace, but he's kind of kept out of trouble in this race, and he's come into it. He's still got a very
Virginia's
good
pulling
chance
away from Easton.
of winning this race.
Easty is catching Hardy. We have a yellow 62. Looks like a Haas car.
Oh, he's just smashed into the barrier.
Yeah, it's Blaze.
Lost his front wing.
Quirky coming down the inside of Crazy Fish. Runs it out wide though. Can Crazy Fish come back on the inside? Yes. Too wide.
Surely going to get the better run through there.
Yeah.
Lovely move there from Quirky.
Gave each other just enough room.
McLaren are fighting back in this race. Definitely.
Easty's just dropping a bit from Hardy.
Of course, the McLaren's yet to pit, so that'll be interesting where they come out.
The two Alpines on track next to each other.
Yeah. Well, the Alpines were looking strong, and they still technically are because they've got their pit stop out of the way. But a safety car, yeah, would throw the countermanaged pigeons really for the guys up front. But the favourites for this race at the moment are Matthew and Easty, you'd say.
We're looking around lap 16 when you should get off these tyres.
The
Put the mediums on. Musical Rocket chasing down his teammate Vettel.
to lead at the moment, Musical Rocket.
Rocket took Vettel.
Is 23 seconds ahead. Sorry, behind. So, a pit stop around here. What is that?
About 23 if you nail it.
Well, the two Ferraris are side by side. The two Alpines are side by side. So,
And Quirky's only got a clear Hudson, and then both McLarens are side by side.
Crazy Fish down there in P12. Trying to make his way up. Iron Legends. Oh, struggling a little bit there.
Quirky, what's happened to Quirky?
Oh no.
I think he spun and then had to let the cars behind.
No, Quirky. You've done so well. Get up there.
Easton on Pigeon. Who's got more straight line speed?
I definitely feel that Easton is using Pigeon Munch as a DRS train. I said it earlier when he got past. You look at the percentage of ERS that Pigeon Munch has got now compared to Easton.
I think Easton wants to get closer before he uses that ERS.
Those quirky pits. First set of hards. Shame he spun there, but
he just wants to stay with him and put the pressure on and see if he can force him to make a mistake.
Well, the top two separated by 2 seconds here. So they're going along nicely, looking very, very comfortable here at the front. Musical Rocket is definitely slowly creeping his way back into this race. He is hampered that
RS opens for Easton. Vettel takes pre-doubts.
Oh, pre-doubts is spun. One of the front runners early on spun, and he's dropping down.
Easton gets Pigeon. There's Pigeon pitted.
Yeah, Pigeon's into the pits. Easton keeps going on. They'll probably be looking for around about lap 16.
Hudson's pitted as well.
17 for a pit stop.
He's got that 5 seconds as well.
Yeah, that's going to hamper him.
He's going to be in there for about 28 seconds. So that's going to put him down with...
Side by side. The Haas contact
Quirky
there between pre-doubts and Pigeon Munch. But there's only a slight bump. Pigeon Munch had to get the move done if he wants to stay ahead of Easton. Easton currently in the podium spot. I know he's got a pit, but we still favour Musical Rocket for the top 3, possibly.
He should be putting in this lap.
Well, the top two are both in. Easton coming around the final. Couple of bends. Will he come in? No, he's continuing on.
3-second penalty for pre-doubts. For too many corner cuts.
Into the pits going Easty as well. He's out on
Hardy and Easty.
And unbelievably, Easton is leading this race. From the back.
For how much longer? I'm not sure.
Not for much longer, but that is an amazing job to come from the back and lead the race. Oh, it won't be for long. You'll be dropping down to about P7, P8, but you'll be fighting back throughout the rest of this race. You'll be on the medium tyre. Matthew there
in the first this time
gets out ahead of Musical Rocket. That was the key thing he had to do. Musical Rocket obviously on 5-lap old hard tyres now. They'll be a lot better at the moment. You feel he's got them up and running.
Will Easton pit? No, he keeps going.
Possibly hoping for a safety car.
Or is he planning to go on the soft tyres?
Could possibly.
If he wants the soft tyres, he's going to have to pit in around lap 22.
Hudson and Muddy going side by side. Hudson gets the move done.
We'll have to keep an eye on Easton and see when he comes in. Because if he comes in now, he would still want the medium tyre.
What a change of events though. Corey Marshall qualified, I think, P3, and now he's down in P12, quite a fair bit back. There's difference in the race.
Yeah. Well, he's had a bit of bad luck.
Oh, Pitcher Munch gets the move done on Vettel. Vettel almost losing it there in the rear.
IGN's Legend tyres must be absolutely screaming. He's done 14 laps on these mediums.
Tell you what though, Pitcher Munch, what a race he's having. I mean, just shy of the podium.
Easton's in.
But he's doing very well this race, Pigeon.
Where's Easton going to come out?
Just got to wait for that 5-second. It's unfortunate, but he is on the medium tyre now to the end.
Pigeon, Vettel. He's got a nice gap to Hudson though, so...
It's out!
3 doubts. No.
Oh, he retired in a pit sleep. Yeah. Thinking there might be a safety car there. Yeah, my prediction for Easton was about P78. That's where he is. But he has got the rest of this race. About 9 laps to go to try and attack the top 7.
He won't go much higher than he is, I don't think, unless the cars in front of him have a moment, which there's been very little of those drivers.
I think at the moment P3 is the best that I think Musical Rocket's going to get out of this race, as he's about to be overtaken.
Car found a gap on track and stopped.
There we are. Easty has got past Musical Rocket into P2. He can go after now O'Hardy. He has got 4 seconds to make up. That's a lot of time. Pitching much though. I mean, he is an outside chance here for a podium. I think Musical Rocket should have that covered.
As Easton is catching Muddy at an alarming rate.
I think Easton's best position here today would probably be
Yellow, we have a spinner.
P4.
For a car getting out of the way, I think it's Legends. Yeah, Legends just getting out of the way. I don't think that Easton is going to catch Musical here to earn himself a podium.
No.
I know anything can happen, but we just have to see.
Would probably be about P5, 4.
I'm going to say P4. As the field just starting to spread out a little bit.
Yeah, closest battle at the moment is Hudson and Patel. Of course, Hudson's on the fresh mediums compared to Patel's 11-lap old hards.
He is right on the gearbox of that Alpine. Two Alpines sitting in 5th and 3rd.
Oof, bit of lag there from Vettel. I saw it earlier on Vettel. He had a bit of a lag.
Oh, Hudson almost losing it out of that corner.
Right, yeah, Hudson
he lit the tyres up.
He had to back up because I think he's a bit worried about the lag.
It looked like he lit the tyres up and was losing control of the car. But this has brought Easton back into play.
Three of these guys now. Vettel really struggled to keep
Hudson get Vettel.
Hudson behind. This is helping Pigeon Munch there.
They're helping out Easton to catch the back of Hudson.
Easton just sitting there waiting for the mistake from these two. He had to go deep there to try and avoid going into the back of Hudson there. See Hudson trying to break the toe there. He's not falling for it, just using all that speed in that McLaren. As they're going side by side. He's going to do the cut back there, Hudson.
You might want to do a connection test on Hudson.
I think it's Vettel. That's the one that's lagging.
Oh no! Yeah. Collision!
Yeah, the lag there of both of them. I think it was Vettel, honestly. I saw it earlier with Vettel. He was lagging a little bit. I think he caught Hudson up there, and it's given Easton. He just was sitting there waiting for the mistake, and the mistake happened, and he is now going to charge after Pigeon Munch for the last 5 laps of this race. He's got a 7.5
He can gather
gap.
7.5 seconds in.
He's got 3 laps.
6 laps.
We saw how fast the medium tyre dropped off, and he's waited. So, in theory, Pigeon Munch's tyres are going to fall off. In theory. And he's got 3 lap younger tyres, so if you can.
Yeah, to get 8.3 seconds.
Yeah, it is a big ask. Looking at it, because he's dropped back a little bit there.
Yeah.
Yeah, down to about 7.4 earlier, but
at the minute, if Quirky can stay within 3 seconds, he will take 9th off of Vettel.
musical rocket.
Marshall takes Quirky.
Musical Rocket's had a spin or something, because he's 11 seconds down on Easty, and Pigeon Munch now is only 3.1 seconds behind. So could this podium be up for grabs for Pigeon Munch? He knows 3 seconds is doable in the last 4 laps.
Vettel's in the pits. He's just gone on to a set of mediums.
He's really close.
I would have gone softs personally.
Did Musical have a spin? Is his tyres cooked? Could we see Musical on the podium for the first time this season? I've been hoping and praying throughout the whole of this race. But Pigeon Munch is not having any of it. He feels that he can get this podium in the last couple of laps here. Charging
Spin
after
sector
the
1.
Alpine. And so is Easton.
Vettel.
Easton 7.6 seconds behind Pigeon Munch now. But I think that's a little bit of a tall order for him to catch up.
Yeah. He's
But,
got 5th.
Look at that, 2.6 seconds now to Musical Rocket. Going into 3 laps to go here, or 4. 25, 6, 7, yeah, 4 laps.
Those hards are approaching the cliff.
I think he's had a spin somewhere, because it can't be the tyres have dropped off.
Well, no, they're approaching it.
Yeah, but the thing with it is 9 lap old mediums, they're going to start to drop off now.
Yeah.
So it could come down to anything. Yeah, Musical just needs to do consistent laps here to the end.
And Easton needs to put in some belters.
Oh, in front, Matthew is 3.5 seconds ahead, so he is looking on course here for the victory, along with Easty in second place. Easty's run a very, very good race. Kept out of trouble. Started on the hard tyre, ended on the mediums, and he's really shown good pace here today. Just not quite enough to get Matthew here. Musical.
Hudson and Crazy Fish.
He's down at 2.3 seconds now. Pigeon Munch absolutely using everything he's got now to charge after the Musical Rocket as we go down to 3 laps to go. 2.2. He's slowly coming down. Possibly the last lap he might sneak into the 1 second barrier, can he?
Vettel spun again.
If you see Easton, they're 7 seconds behind. Muddy Biscuit, a surprise 6th place here. Hudson there, 8th. Corey Marshall 9th. Berkey in 10th there. He's got a big gap to 10th place. To the 11th place there, so he should hold on for P10. But we're looking at the battle here really, which is Musical Rocket. Can he hold on to the end to P3? He is starting to open the gap a little bit there. So are Pigeon Munch tyres gone?
Hudson's have got to be gone because he's not really catching. Vettel's out. Tired in the pits.
Could be the key thing now, I think, is that I think Pigeon Munch's tyres are starting to go off. We've got 2 laps to hold on to P4 from Easton. We've tried everything from the back here today. Done very well to get P5 here today, Easton. But yeah, Pigeon Munch's tyres have gone. It looks like Musical Rocket is going to hold on here. Switch to the leader. We haven't seen much of him since he took the lead. So
Can Hudson get a position from Crazy Fish?
Show a bit of what is going to be the race winner here today, I think. Yeah, he's just dropped off a little bit. He's definitely settling for P2. Easty. Almost a pit stop, a pit straight.
Maggie's retired in the pits.
Yeah, he's had enough. Fortunate day for Monster. Started off very badly with contact with his teammate, and not a good day for Red Bull.
Hudson's tyres are screaming. He's losing traction. Monster Maggie's car getting in the way of everyone. Yeah, it was Crazy Fish. Crazy Fish looks like he had a spin, or he was moving out the way of lapped cars.
Yeah, it's the closest battle at the moment. Can he steal P6 off Muddy Biscuit here? As we go back on with the leaders, and Matthew is coming around the final few corners here in China in the AlphaTauri, and he's going to come around to win the Chinese Grand Prix here. Congratulations to him. In second place will be Easty.
Hudson spun it from Crazy Fish, and now it's brought on Corey Marshall.
Musical Rocket is going to come home in P3, his first podium of the season. He's had a few problems with internet, but this here is a brilliant podium for him, and a brilliant P4 for Pigeon Munch, and a brilliant P5 there.
Corey Marshall do? Can he catch? Easton. He's closing. He goes down down the outside. He's got the outside of the. Oh, Hudson cut the corner. But it doesn't matter because Marshall's back in front.
Action right to the end there with Hudson there. Championship leader coming home in P9. And now you see Quirky Turtle coming home for the last points.
In the final points place.
He's really strolling it to the end. Is Quirky. Oh, he's out of fuel. Good job he was a fair bit ahead of...
I'm going to let you do the interviews and I'm going to go. I'll invite him in for you.
Yeah. You sit. Hardy getting the victory. I better change something quickly.
I can't invite Hardy in. It won't allow me.
Yeah, it was on invite only. I've changed it now.
No, I can't do it anyway.
Yeah, he's on PC.
Yeah.
He normally joins himself.
But anyway, guys, I'm going to go. It was fun watching the race. Have a good evening, and I shall see you all tomorrow.
I'll just message O'Hardy to join the party. Quickly. But we will start with while we wait for O'Hardy. Everyone, have you ticked the box? Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. Right. We'll start with Musical Rocket. First time on the podium this season. Congratulations to you in the Alpine. What a race you had. Looked at one stage that you could have possibly won. But in the end, you got P3. You got to be happy with that. What are your thoughts on the race?
Well, I finally didn't disconnect.
Yeah.
That's second race that I've not disconnected. One that I didn't finish, and then this one I finally finished. Pace is there. Been there all season. We haven't had the luck. We had the wrong stretch. I should have started on the hards. We started on the mediums, but it's a podium. It's something new this season, so can't be too disappointed.
I mean, obviously, a podium is always nice. I mean, I looked at one stage that you were going to be closed down by Pigeon Much, who had a very good race in P4. But yeah, his tyres dropped off at the very end on the mediums, and you managed to hold on. So, your thoughts on the next race?
Well, just quickly before, I did actually spin on the hards. Pigeon probably wouldn't have been an issue unless I hadn't spun, so it's really infuriating. Because I was hoping, because what happened to me when I was on the medium stint is the mediums died off towards the end of the race. I was kind of hoping the same was going to happen to Easty, so I was really pushing to keep up with Easty, and I dropped around the final corner. I got so lucky not to hit the wall, and that's how Pigeon got that close to me. Next race.
I did think that it was a spin, if I'm honest. Because I saw the gap drop considerably. I was like, oh.
But, yeah, I can't be too disappointed. What's the next track?
I'm not sure.
Oh, you just asked me about next track and you don't even know. Austria, and it's a sprint.
Austria.
Okay. Well, because it's a sprint, anything can happen. That's my thoughts.
Well,
who knows? Maybe we might get rain as well.
I do like Austria, but I'm got a feeling everyone likes Austria, so that's the problem.
Yeah. Anyway, a couple shout outs quickly. Vettel for helping me get this one. He just gave me DRS, and while I was struggling with cold hards, he helped me out to get them up to temperature, and then after that let me back through. So shout out to my teammate and anyone else who supported me watching the stream tonight.
Oh, we're just waiting on O'Hardy because it was on invite only because someone joined the party earlier. But we'll move on though to Easty, who came home in P2 here today. Congratulations to you. What a race from you. Obviously you would have liked the victory here today, but O'Hardy was so pacey up front. But like I say, can't complain with a podium.
Yeah, no, I can't complain. I learned from my mistake last week when I was trying to chase Wilson, who had more pace than me, and I just ran out of talent. So I decided to not do that this week, and just I realised he had a lot of pace when we were on the hards, and then when we came out the pits, he also had such a mega outlap that he had 4 seconds. So once I got past Rocket, I just kind of settled for second. I was just like, get out of DRS and just settled for second, really, because I knew I wasn't going to catch him. He was too quick. There was like a couple of laps in the middle, when we first went on the hards, where I did start to catch him, but I think he was just chilling out, really. And that was pretty much all I had. And I was like, I didn't want to push any harder just in case I decided to run out of talent like I did last week at Imola. So, so I was happy with pole and happy that I stayed on the black stuff this week. So Can't complain.
Yeah, because I think Wilson joined late, so he didn't contest
Mm.
the qualifying. So that would
Yeah.
have been an interesting fight, though. I mean, between you and him, like last week. And but you are showing some amazing pace in qualifying.
Yeah, I just need to tidy it up for the race a little bit. But that comes with a little bit of confidence as well, because I normally drive a bit nervous on the first few laps. So I think just more practice, really.
Yeah, because I did say in the stream that you're very, very good, one of the fastest, if not the fastest, in qualifying. And you do seem to struggle with race pace a little bit in the races, but
Yeah.
like I say,
I tend to like drive a little bit too cautiously almost. So in the race, but it's something I can work on. But yeah, I'm happy with qualifying pace. It seems to be going really well. So
but like I say, this championship is very much still open. I mean, like I say, if you can keep getting results like this, I mean, you'll be back into the fight.
yeah, that's the plan. Try not to have one good race, one bad race, one good race, one bad race, one good race, which is what I've done so far. So try and just have like, you know, be more consistent and pick up points and realize I don't have to push too hard when I don't have to. So
Yeah. Well, congratulations today on P2.
thank you.
And I'm going to join a party with O'Hardy because he can't join this party. So
Yeah, no worries.
so I can get his interview, right?
Yeah, no
And,
worries. Yeah.
thank
Tell
you
him,
very
tell
much.
him I said well done and good pace and GGs and all that. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
And we're here. I'm not sure if this will work, but I don't know. It says audio is included. Right, congratulations here, O'Hardy. I don't know why you couldn't join that party, but it was on invite only. But I did change it, but for some reason you couldn't join. EC said congratulations to you on your victory. What a victory here for you today. I mean, you, I think qualified in P4, was it?
P5.
Or 5, sorry. But to get the victory after that anyway is amazing. So, I mean, like I say, good pace out in front. You kept EC at arm's length. What was your thoughts on the race?
Well, I sort of messed up my qualifying because I didn't get the final run in because obviously it puts you back into your pit box and puts your laptops on your car and tyre blanket, so I didn't have enough time. So I was a bit let down with that. I was expecting to qualify probably on pole because I was pretty much fastest in Q1 and Q2, and I thought I had pretty decent pace, but nonetheless I saw that Easty was on the horde, so I was just going to follow what he was doing because I felt Corey and I believe it's Musical Rocket who qualified in front as well as Predouts, and I thought me and Easty are probably the only two challenging for the win, and I was right in saying that with the strategy call as well. But the first stint was just all about, you know, just hanging in there, trying to stop the medium guys running away too much, and I felt Easty again was pretty weak in the race. Like I think he's pretty much like worse than me in the race, but better in actually putting a lap together in qualifying. That's always something I struggle with. But yeah, it's one of my favourite tracks, this, and didn't do any practice. I think I did 2 laps in time trial, and I was instantly on the pace. So
Yeah.
can't really complain with fastest lap as well.
Yeah, like I say, I had this very conversation with Easty just now about that. He is very, very fast in qualifying, and if he could improve his race pace, he would be definitely, you know, a contender for the championship along with you, obviously.
Yeah.
I mean, this championship is spicing up. I tell you that now, because you've got so many drivers that could win it at this moment in time. Really, I mean, yourself,
Yeah.
Easty, Easton. I mean, Hudson.
Muddy is also still there.
Muddy's still there. I mean, like I say, it is up in the air this season with no Ron Peaford.
Yeah, I'm messing with Beeford in Rom League, and I'm happy he's no longer here. But I think E.T. Wilson is probably the fastest. Looking back at last week, I think he just got a really bad race. Obviously, starting at the back,
Yeah,
it's always going to be a struggle. And I think he's one to watch as well towards the end of the season.
yeah. If he can start in qualifying this time
Yeah.
next week, you know, I mean, he's going to be a very big danger to Tier 1. I mean, like I say, along with yourself, really, because I mean, you do seem to have very, very good race pace, like I say, yourself, and you know, you'll be definitely one to watch for the rest of the season, I feel. And I think it could be another few more W's for you by the end.
Also,
So, yeah. Well, like I say, congratulations to the top 3 here today. It's been an amazing Chinese Grand Prix. I thought it was pretty good. Some good overtakes and stuff. And yeah, so, like I say, Tier 2 tomorrow. Tune in for that at 8 p.m. And we'll be joining you there again. So, I'm going to end the stream now and say good night. Good night.